All Hell Broke Loosey. I'm not 100% comfortable with what I'm getting ready to do. This ain't like me. But this is going to be my last attempt on video to dismiss my number one stalker in my 56 years of living. What I'm going to say is going to sound arrogant, but it's not at all. I have enough ego to survive. What I have is passion and confidence that can't hardly be measured. And I care deeply for the future. Deeply. I realize that a lot of the things I say and do will not have an immediate impact. But me and others together talking now can help my granddaughter's world. This young punk, 22 years old, been an Xbox junkie for at least 8 years, maybe longer. I don't know how the hell long Xbox has been here. I wouldn't have been interested when I was 18, 28. It wouldn't have interested me. I'm a liver. I live life. And now, after all these years of experience, I live it in my mind. I create. I'm a musician. I can write music. I've played my drums all over the United States. I've done stand-up comedy in Chicago. I've compared my own natural, developed views to those in history that I respect, such as Thomas Paine, Thomas Jefferson, Bertrand Russell, Mark Twain, Albert Einstein, John Lennon. People who saw through the bullshit of brain numbness through religion and consumerism. I have a tight circle of friends. In that circle are two politicians, fairly prominent. One has asked me several times to endorse his campaign in another state on my page. The other one, from California, has never had an issue with anything that I say, but tells me, thank you. I don't even bother keeping track of the inboxes I get from people all over the world with basically the same message of, you have put into words what I have felt all my life. Thank you. Now, my numbers are nowhere near like Freedom from Atheism, 120,000, 2 or 3 million on your religious pages, but that's the way it is. The atheist humanists are always the smallest demographic. I got a supporter that's a big business owner. He's an ex-preacher. I was schooled to preach. I've got support from 3 different writers in the world. One in Thailand, one in Australia, and another one in Great Britain. They've got books out. I have 100% support. Never a word of criticism. Always, we need more people who don't have fear, that are willing to lay it out harshly and boldly because the scales have been weighed the fuck out of balance. Praising me for not falling in line with the Christian demand that you not cuss, because cursing is the last, that's it. That's the last morality they have left, that and hating gay people. Protestant American doesn't even know the Bible. I know the Bible front to back. You worship God. You don't worship Jesus. You don't even get in government. That's why the Amish aren't a pain in the ass, because they obey the Bible. That's why Jehovah's Witnesses, the way I was raised, are not a pain in society's ass. They're dangerous. Jehovah's Witnesses is the most mentally crippling cult of all, and possibly the Amish too. But they obey the Bible. That's why they're not a pain in culture's ass. They're just a pain on Saturday morning when they come knocking on your door. I have received that my criticism comes from Christians. That means I'm doing it right. All the criticism politically comes from libertarians and conservatives and anarchists. That means I'm doing it right. All my criticism comes from people who bash Obama up one side and down the other, never ever having the intelligence to recognize what it is that man has fought. He didn't reach his potential. It's not possible. He couldn't. He'll be remembered for surviving a fight. Why in hell am I going to listen to a 22-year-old punk-ass loser with no experience in life telling me that my approach is wrong? These thank yous that I get are from people that are responsible. Parents, doctors, school teachers, people that are sick of living in this world where you're not allowed to speak out with any testicles. Would you please get the hell out of my life, owner of eBunny, mindless Xbox, unexperienced, totally ignorant? Your opinion isn't worth the weight of a cotton ball. Are you with me yet? You are as wrong as possible. You are like George Bush. You haven't ever even been accidentally right about one single damned thing. I fight a good fight. I've got a growing audience. I speak for a lot of marginalized people because growing up a Jehovah's Witness, I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of pure hatred from the rest of Christianity. Non-believers that I grew up with were the only people that didn't give me shit, because Jehovah's Witnesses live the Bible. And that made the non-Christians feel really goddamn bad. You know, they couldn't have somebody around that showed them that they aren't Christians at all. So I speak for these people, and I'm not afraid to express it. And I'm not afraid to say, I want to say this to your face. And only a coward would take that as a threat of violence. Get the hell out of my life. You are less than significant, except that you are a great detraction. I've got a job to do. And I'll do it if 3 people are listening, and I'll do it if 3 million are listening, because I don't play anybody else's fucking drum. I beat my own. And if it attracts people, it does. Get it through, you damned young punk ego head. Shut your mouth for about 10 years. Put your Xbox game down. Get a job somewhere out in the real fucking world and learn something. And don't ever come bothering me no more. You have been the source of nothing but detraction. Out.